discount priced every day. They've got the style that is suited best for the job you do. Plus the largest selection of ladies, steel, and safety toe boots in this area. So come in the Longs and see why they've been selling the best brands in Southwest Kansas for over 50 years. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 8:30, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 1 till 6.
Kelly Hendricks DDS is like the utility player of dentistry. They can do it all from cleanings, root canals, fillings, preventative care to orthodontics, comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. Located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Make an appointment today by calling 225-6555. Serving the Dodge City community for over 30 years. Kelly Hendricks DDS. Where a smile, you can see a mile.
Back here on 1030 MKBOF, your number one ag leader in all of Western Kansas, Dalton Janicek bringing you the coverage of the Dodge City A's tonight alongside color analyst Justin Herger. Going to be a great game here, doing a doubleheader here tonight as the Dodge City A's getting ready to take on the Kansas Cannons here. The first game going to be 7 innings. The second one will be 9 innings. The second game will be still live streamed on the YouTube page. We will not have the air coverage on the second game tonight. We will have the air coverage, though, right now for the first game with the Kansas Cannons. So opening pitch getting ready to come underway here as Susky out on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Susky, one of the better pitchers for the A's this season. Give me a chance to pull up some of his pitching stats on the year as team's going to make it out to the outfield. Batter's going to get ready out in the dugout. It's almost game time here. And a different face we might see come into the game for the first time. If you're from the Dodge City area, you know the high school sensation of Matt Freeze, the all-around athlete from Dodge City High School, played for the Red Demons for all 4 years of his high school career. One of the best football players, wide receivers, and then another heck of a basketball player for the Red Demons in the Dodge City area. As he graduated this year, he was a senior, and now being able to play for the Dodge City A's this summer. And he's a heck of a pitcher, too, for during baseball season as well. So we'll see if Tony Gonzalez will put Matt Freeze out on the mound for the first time this season. See if we can see what Matt Freeze is going to be able to do against some collegiate players for the first time if he is called to the mound. Hornfield will be the first batter for the Kansas Cannons, and they're all gray uniforms with green numerals trimmed in white here. Sunny afternoon here in western Kansas, a scorching one to add on to that as well. 103 degrees yesterday over in Garden City. It was a hot one. So when it comes to pitching, take a look at Susky's stats. So for the year, Devin Susky has played 4 games. He's got 1 win, 2 losses. He's put out the only shutout of the season, He's got 2 wins, 1 loss on 4 games played. He's played 22 and a third of an inning during the season. First one comes down for a strike here as the first pitch comes across at 5:07 this afternoon. So 0-1. That one, swing and a miss there, but brought the bat back in time. So make it 0-2 now. Didn't look like he got the bat back in time. It was breaking the plane pretty well. So 0-2 now. He'll put one out right, floating down the grass line out towards second base. It'll be an easy 4-3 play right there on Hornfield. So Hornfield will ground out on a 4-3 ground out over towards second base, as that was Ramirez out there playing the 4th spot tonight for the Dodge City A's. Susky brings a curveball right back into the inside zone. Strike called. Fans starting to pile in here to Cavalier Field. A lot of fans out on the third baseline out behind the beer garden, underneath the shade tents out there. As Blassie on a 1-1. Takes that one for a strike. So 1-2 on the count for Blassie. 1 down. And a swing and a miss there. And there's the first strikeout on the night for Susky. And it comes on to number 4 of Cale Blassie here tonight. So now 2 outs down, as now the number 10 of Stevenson Reynolds up to bat, the left or the right-handed batter. Two outs down. There's his first pitch. That one down almost into the turf there. It'll be a ball called. So 1-0 on the count with 2 outs down. There's that one. Swing popped up into the infield. Going to bounce out right out to third base. The throw over to first, not in time. It'll be a single hit for Reynolds as it bounced up right in front of the home plate, bounced on over towards third base and just didn't have enough time to get the catch up on it and get it over towards first base. That was a long heaving throw too. So Reynolds will single here in the top of the first inning. 2 outs down. It's scoreless here at Cavalier Field. Susky on the pitch. Beautiful curveball came right back in. A strike called. Is now the number 15 of Trip Clark up to bat now. One strike, 2 outs. That one on the outside. Strike called, still there. So 0-2 now for Clark. So 0-2 now for Clark with 2 outs down. Runner on first. It's Reynolds. Here's the windup from Susky. That one swinging a hit right up into the gap between third and second, or the shortstop. Will be regained out in left field by Doru. And it'll advance the runners over to first and second base. So Clark hits a single line drive right up the middle between third and the shortstop out in the left field. Doru's got to regain it and advances the runners over to second and first. So now Reynolds over on 2, Clark on 1 on a single, as it brings up the number 6 of Hamilton up to bat. Chase Hamilton. Reynolds with the leadoff. Susky looks back. The windup down the mound. Beautiful fastball goes in for a strike. making it 0-1. Kansas Cannons coming into tonight, the number 1 team in the WJA East. As that one swing and a miss there for Hamilton. Make it 0-2 now on the count. They come into tonight 14-5 on the season, number 1 in their league. As Dodge City comes in number 2 in the league of the Jayhawk West, 12-9 on the season. They're only 5 games behind the Liberal BJs. Not that many games to make up for it. They play 2 games here tonight with the Cannons, then they'll play 1 more tomorrow. Sean will have the call then. That one swinging a hit floater right out into right field. Going to go shallow right into the middle lane. Easy catch out, and that's 1, 2, 3 right there, as that was Ballinger out there in right field with the catch. So Dodge City escapes 2 runners on. Here in the top of the first inning, we go to the bottom of the first inning, scoreless here on 1030 AM KBUF, your number 1 ag leader in all of Western Kansas.
Sneezing, coughing, runny nose, and fever have you feeling down? Find the relief you need at the time that fits your schedule at Express Wellness Urgent Care.
Pool and become the clear expert in your neighborhood.
Back 30 AM KBUF, your number 1 ag leader in all of Western Kansas. Dalton Janicek alongside Justin Herger. Justin, we just seen the Kansas Cannons not really be able to get anything started off there, but hey, they're the number 1 team in their East Conference, and they're taking on the number 2 team in our conference. I mean, what do you think Dodge City's going to have here batting-wise tonight?
Yeah, I think the A's hopefully they come with their bats alive, and we know that they can do it. We're a team that can hit the ball. We can put it in play. Hopefully we're not the team that shows up tonight that goes right after the ball and puts it where everybody is.
Exactly. Dodge City's always had that kind of momentum or momenta of just, those high-pressure situations where you think, oh, we've got 2 outs here, we've got 2 strikes, with a 1 out down. And, that's where Dodge City really starts to find their groove, as that one singled out over towards second base as Ballinger puts it out and gets thrown out on a 6-3 ground out right there for the first out. But, as we're talking about that, that's one of the key factors to the Dodge City A's all season is just, you can't knock them out when they're in tough situations, because they always come through and shine in some of the most unpredicted moments.
True, and the A's, they're a team that will battle back no matter what they do. I mean, we saw it. We played a non-league game Wednesday evening in Newton, one that wasn't even scheduled. We were able to pick that up after the unfortunate cancellation of our earlier season or earlier scheduled series this week in Wichita.
That game was won 12-2 as Justin's mentioning.
And the A's, like, we started out down 2-0 in that game. Came back and won at 12-2.
Yeah. Dodge City's always been unpredictable. And then the other one I think go back and think of is the Dirtbag game that me and you called a while back. And just the, I wouldn't say the unpredictability, just the amount of craziness we've seen in all one night right there. I mean, we had player ejections. We almost had a coach ejected. We had, we had a charge at the mound. We had a charge at first base. We had a battle after the 6th inning, and it was just insane. As that one's line drive right out into left field, and it's going to be a single hit for Arlano. Arlano puts it up the gap between third and second base to get on to first here to get things started for the Dodge City A's. It's now the number 27 of Doyle Kane up to bat. Kane coming into tonight, 21 games played, 74 at-bats. He's got 15 runs on the season, 25 hits, 17 singles, 7 doubles. He's got 1 home run so far this year. Doyle Kane is one that we typically see towards the bottom of the lineup, so it's interesting to see kind of what Tony's been doing with the lineup here throughout the season, because Doyle's been one that we've seen towards the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, Doyle has been throughout the lineup. We've seen him in the top half. We've seen him in the bottom half. Doyle's one of those players that we put him in the lineup and we're going to get hits.
So Doyle Kane on a 1-1 with 1 out. You've got Arlano out on first base. He takes a nice lead off as that one's swing and a miss, fouled off behind home plate. Going to make it 1-2 now for Mr. Kane. Wind's coming out of the north, straight into the press box, coming right out of center field. Going to be a tough night if you're going to get one over the fence out here at Cavalier Field, as it goes 330, 348, and 404 from left to right. Down to the center. Wow, missed throw right there. It's going to go out into the outfield. So, Ramirez. No, excuse me, not Ramirez. That was Arlano, rather, out there. He was on first base, stole over to second. The throw from the catcher went wide right, way behind the umpire that was standing behind the mound, and out into center right field, allowing Arlano to get up easy on his second base. He thought about going to third base, but Tony Gonzalez said, no, just stay there on 2. If we can win this game against the Kansas Cannons, this would be big, as they're the number 1 team in the East. So the 2-2 now. That one strove up right in between the gap. It's caught on a diving, sliding catch. Throw to first in time. And Doyle Kane almost put one right out in the center right field on a line drive, but it got scooped up and thrown into first base just in time on a sliding catch. So Doyle Kane puts down the second out for the Dodge City A's. Arlano will hold up over on 3. So he made it over to third base on that play, as now we bring up the number 4 of Hunter DeRue, right-handed batter. That one taken high up into the rafters. So this is the kind of moment we were talking about, Justin. 2 outs here. We got one runner on third base in scoring position. You don't even have to put one out in the outfield. Just get a line drive up the middle, and there's one point right there. That one, just like that, puts it right there to throw to first, back behind the body, twisting over, throw, now rounding out to 2. It brought 1 run across. Arlano puts it down on the home plate, and DeRoe puts it out on a bounce off right in the infield up the up the shortstop and third base gap. And just like that, the Dodge City A's pounce first here in the bottom of the first inning, as Arlano gets RBI'd in off his teammate DeRue with 2 outs down. So Hunter puts down a double. He'll hold up at 2. He drived in his teammate of Arlano. And Dodge City now up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 outs down. As that one swing to hit. It's Ramirez. That one clear out in the left field. Looks like it's going to get down. And wow, and he dropped it. It went way past his glove. He was standing there waiting for it in the air, and it went way to the right of his glove. Didn't even get near it. And, wow. So, Ramirez puts one out into left field. A nice floater. Had plenty of time in the air to get adjusted, move the body, get where you needed to be to get the catch, and just couldn't put the glove down and get it in time. Bad communication, bad calculations out there in left field for the Kansas Cannons. So Ramirez on the single there, actually was a double, and brought in the run. So DeRoe kicked it into gear there and came across as Ramirez now holds up on 2. Now that one swinging ahead. That's Stone. Out in right field, should be an easy out, and it is. So Dodge City puts up 2 runs here, one off of an error here in the bottom of the first inning. They go up 2-0 over the Kansas Cannons here on 1030 AM KBUF, the #1 ag leader in all of Western Kansas.
Dodge City Red Demons has a long tradition. Family Practice Associates has been here for 38 years supporting and treating Red Demon athletes. We're the oldest independent medical practice in Dodge City with Dr. Presley, Dr. Trotter, Joanne Schaefer, ARNP, and Ryan Tyree, PA. We are here for your healthcare needs. We have in-house x-ray and lab. We have in-house counseling. For comprehensive healthcare, think Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas and call 225-1650.
Hey, Demon fans. Hey, Conquistador fans. It's game time. I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar wants you to fuel up before the big game. Stop in before the game for tasty hamburgers, sandwiches, tacos, and more. Plus the coldest beer in town. Then when the game's over, stop back in for the late night menu, including calf fries, wings, nachos, pretzels, and more. Plus Friday and Saturday night, it's free pool and darts, 10 p.m. to midnight. Dodge City sports fans, they've got you covered at I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, 1510 West Spruce, Dodge City.
Kelly Hendricks DDS is like the utility player of dentistry. They can do it all from cleanings, root canals, fillings, preventative care to orthodontics, comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. Located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Make an appointment today by calling 225-6555. Serving the Dodge City community for over 30 years. Kelly Hendricks DDS. Wear a smile, you can see a mile.
Your health means
Express Wellness Urgent Care in Dodge City. Now from any device, your healthcare visit is just a click away with Express Wellness Urgent Care's online check-in. Visit expresswellnessurgentcare.com and choose a time that works for you. Open 7 days a week with extended hours. Express Wellness Urgent Care is here to serve you on White Oak Boulevard in Dodge City.
Here on 1030 AM KBUF, your #1 ag leader in all of Western Kansas. Dalton Janicek alongside Justin Herger here at Cavalier Field. Dodge City puts 2 runs up in the bottom of the first inning against the Kansas Cannons. And now the #1 of Prott will be up to bat for the Kansas Cannons now as we enter the top of the second inning. And it's the going thing, Justin. The 2-out kind of situation where Dodge City just knows where to click, and it's very weird how consistent it's been all year. I don't know if it's just something that's on me, on my games that I'm doing. I don't know if it's the same as Sean. I'll have to text Sean and see if it's happening during his games. But man, it's something different I've seen for sure.
You know, every team has their quirks, and that's definitely one of them at the A's.
So Sesky out on the mound for the A's. Puts strike 3 down, the second strikeout of the night now, as it comes down on Prott, and he did it on a look, so there'll be a backwards K there for Prott as he'll walk back into the Cannons dugout to my right. Bring up the number 34 of Shively or Shively rather. And Susky puts a strike down. Let's make it 0-1 now with 1 out. Susky trying to make quick work here on the Cannons. That one, line drive right past first base. It's going to go out into the outfield. It'll be a single for Shively.
Next up, catcher number 31, Jared Hanks.
Is now the number 31. Jared Hanks up to bat. Played 13 games, 40 at-bats on the season. He's got 10 runs, 8 hits. No home runs, though, for Hanks. 1 out, runner on first base. The throw back to first, and the umpire says he was safe. Man, that was a close call there. But Kane didn't really agree with it out there on first base. So Susky on the windup there. Strike called. So 0-1 with 1 out. Susky trying to get comfortable on the mound tonight here in the top of the second. That one swinging hit floating right over the infield. It'll be caught out in right field, and it'll be an easy single for Hanks, and he'll advance his runner over to second base as well. So now Shively over on 2, Hanks on 1, and it'll bring up the number 2 of Ethan Ezer. Ezer, 17 at-bats on the season during his 8 games he's played. He's had 3 runs, 5 hits, 4 singles, a double, no home runs. He's walked 7 times. He's run batters in 4 times on the season. He's had 3 strikeouts so far in his 2021 summer season as well. So 1 out, runners on 2 and 1. Kind of same situation we were in the last inning. That one, beautiful curveball, dipped down into the bottom right corner, strike called. Susky, the right-handed pitcher. Agrees with the count. The long windup down the mound. Catcher's got to run for it behind the plate, and that's going to easily advance the runners now to scoring positions as Shively will walk on over to the 3, and Hanks will hold up over on second base now. Ramirez behind the plate tonight for Dodge City. Up in the catcher's gear. So 1-1 on Ezra right now. With 1 down. That one, strike called. That one went very low into the bottom of the zone, but strike called. Make it 1-2 now. Curveball, strike 3 called there. Ezer is in disbelief. That was way outside the zone there, it looked like. So he'll smack his bat into the turf there, walk back into the dugout. And 2 down. That's the 3rd strikeout of the night for Susky.
Center fielder, number 21, Paul Schultz.
As now we head back to the top of the lineup. It'll be the 21 of Hornfield. Hornfield got thrown out on a 6-3 ground out back in the first. A pitch, strike called. And the strike zone has got a very wide bottom end, it looks like, tonight. Very narrow at the top, and then it almost like gets wider as you go down in the lower parts of the strike zone. So definitely something to be watching tonight. 0-1 with 2 outs down. Now that one swinging a hit. It's going to go bouncing up down in the infield. The toss to Susky at first base. He got the foot down in time. And that'll be the 3rd out. As umpires are going to confer about it real quick. The Kansas Cannons coach on first base and like the call. And they're going to stick with the call. So it'll be an out, 3 outs there. Dodge City escapes 2 runners in scoring position again in the 2nd inning as we head to the bottom. Your score 2-0 in favor of your Dodge City A's here on 1030 AM KBUF.
Pool is clearly the work of experts. You can be an expert with a good system that delivers clarity, convenience, and confidence. All of BioGuard's comprehensive pool care systems put the pleasure back in your pool with premium products that cover everything from sanitizers and shocks to algicides and balancers. Simple to follow and easy to maintain. That's what makes a BioGuard system. Visit Austin Pool in Dodge City or Garden City to learn about the right system for your pool and become the clear expert in your neighborhood.
Dodge City Red Demons has a long tradition. Family Practice Associates has been here for 38 years supporting and treating Red Demon athletes. We're the oldest independent medical practice in Dodge City with Dr. Presley, Dr. Trotter, Joanne Schaefer, ARNP, and Ryan Tyree, PA. We are here for your healthcare needs. We have in-house x-ray and lab. We have in-house counseling. For comprehensive healthcare, think Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas and call 225-1650.
It's a myth those people feeling suicidal don't warn anyone. Most will give clues or even talk about it when asked. If you're worried about someone, talk to them right away. And there's help, like the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. Warning signs can save a life. Learn about them at mattersks.org. Brought to you by Glenn Curbs Law Firm.
Back here on 1030 and KBUF, your number 1 ag leader in all of Western Kansas. Dalton Janicek alongside Justin Herger. Take a time real quick to go through our sponsors for the Dodge City A's this year. Dr. Kelly Hendricks, DDS, Curbs Law Office, Express Wellness, Urgent Care, Austin Pools and Spas, Family Practice and Associates, Longs Incorporated, Pratt Regional Medical Center, Western Plains Medical Complex, and I Don't Care Family Restaurant, Sports Bar. All great sponsors of your Dodge City A's this season. Dodge City back up to bat now. It's going to be the 23 of Alberto Lovano. Dodge City put up 2 runs back in the bottom of the 1st inning to get things started here against the Kansas Cannons. See if they can keep that momentum rolling. That one swinging up right up behind the pitcher. Lovano going to get an easy single there as that one went right up the middle behind the pitcher. Out into center field. This is now Aaron Harper up to bat.
Next up, shortstop number 22, Aaron Harper.
Harper on the year. He's played 20 games, 40 at-bats so far this season. He's put up 10 runs, 12 hits, 6 singles, 2 doubles, 4 home runs for Harper. That one taken for a strike. So Harper on an 0-1. Lovano over on first. Takes a big lead off. Another strike called there. So 0-2. No outs. Here's pitch. That one taken for a ball. It's Harper. Will reset in the left box. The right-handed pitcher taking on the right-handed batter. 1-2 on the count. Lovano takes off to second. Now an easy chop right up the middle for Harper. And a great call there. Now Lovano heading all the way over to his third base. He'll slide, the feet going right behind him. He'll hold up on 3. And Lovano putting the wheels on here as Harper singled over into right field. And Lovano kicked it into gear and went all the way from first base over to third. He had an early leadoff from first base, and that really helped him get the momentum rounding 2 over to 3.
Well, and for those of you that are watching on the live stream, you could have seen as Lovano was sliding into third, he was holding on for dear life, trying not to overslide that bag.
Yeah, those feet went all the way back. He went sliding in head first, grabbed the bag, and his feet went all the way around like a 180 and still held on for dear life there. So 1-0 now for Gerber. Or Graber, rather. Make it 2-0 now. Runners in the corners with no outs. That one taken for a strike, fastball down the middle. Here's the 2-1. Early leadoff there for Harper. He's going to dive into second. He'll be safe. Close one there for Harper as he took off to second base. Slid in with the feet first and still got there in time. So now runners both in scoring position as now you got Lovano over on third. You got Harper on second. Graber up on the bat with a 2-2 on the count with no outs. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 2-2, swing and a miss there. And Graber will be the first out of the second inning for Dodge City. So we head now back to the top of the lineup. It's going to be the number 12 of Jake Bollinger. Jack Bollinger, rather, excuse me. Bollinger hit a single but got thrown out back in the first inning. Here's his pitch of the second. That one bounces up and down in the infield, get caught up at second base. The throw to 1. Be there in time, but it'll bring another run across of Lovano. That's 2 outs now for Dodge City. As Harper will head over to 3. As now the number 2 of Carlos Arellano now back up to bat. Arellano hit the single back in the first and then was RBI'd in by Doru. It's 2 outs. 1 runner on. Strike called. Arellano on a 0-1, 2 outs. That pitch taken for a strike, curveball down in the bottom right corner. Here's the 0-2. That one swinging a miss. He went reaching for it, and he's going to leave one on third base. So Dodge City puts up another run here in the bottom of the second inning to go up 3-0 over the Kansas Cannons here on 1030 AM KBUF.
DDS is like the utility player of dentistry. They can do it all from cleanings, root canals, fillings, preventative care to orthodontics, comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. Located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Make an appointment today by calling 225-6555. Serving the Dodge City community for over 30 years. Kelly Hendricks DDS. Wear a smile, you can see a mile.
Wearing the right work boot can make all the difference in your day. And at Long's, they've assembled the best selection of brands, styles, and sizes in this area. Choose from Ariat, Red Wing, Justin, Tony Lama, Twisted X, Wolverine, Dan Post, and Laredo. All discount priced every day. They've got the style that is suited best for the job you do. Plus the largest selection of ladies, steel, and safety toe boots in this area. So come in the Longs and see why they've been selling the best brands in Southwest Kansas for over 50 years. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 8:30, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 1 till 6.
Sneezing, coughing, runny nose, and fever have you feeling down? Find the relief you need at the time that fits your schedule at Express Wellness Urgent Care in Dodge City. Now from any device, your healthcare visit is just a click away with Express Wellness Urgent Care's online check-in. Visit expresswellnessurgentcare.com and choose a time that works for you. Open 7 days a week with extended hours. Express Wellness Urgent Care is here to serve you on Wyatt Earp Boulevard in Dodge City.
At South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, we feel your pain and then fix it. Heel pain is extremely common. Dr. Scott Gordon, podiatrist, specializes in the resolution of heel pain, diabetic foot and wound conditions, corrective foot and ankle surgery, and successful alternative treatments for most lower extremity pain. South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, Pratt, Dodge City, and Liberal.
We are powered by Quality Structures Incorporated, your post-frame headquarters in Scott City, Kansas. And we are KBUF, Holcomb Garden City, Kansas.
Back here on 1030 AM KBUF, your number one ag leader in all of Western Kansas, Dalton Janicek alongside Justin Herger, bringing you live coverage of the Dodge City A's tonight as they take on the Kansas Cannons. Dodge City up 3-0 here as we enter the top of the third inning of 7. Tonight, Susky on the mound. That one thrown down the pipe and hit for a foul ball as it's Blassie up to bat. Blassie struck out for the first strikeout on Susky's night back in the first inning. So he's back up to bat here in the third.
Blasie's a person that is very familiar with Cavalier Field as he played for the Conquistadors this spring.
Good insight there from Justin Herger. So you guys know a lot more about the Dodge City kind of community than I do. So you and Sean work over here in Dodge. I'm from Garden City, so and not getting too many compliments coming over from the other side of the press box on that comment right there. So it's a tough love relationship between Dodge City and Garden City. If you're a Western Kansas person, you know the long-time rivalry, the hatchet rivalry between the high schools, and the guys over on the other side of the press box giving me hell over here. Susky trying to make quick work here on the Kansas Cannons again. He's put up 3 strikeouts so far here already in the 2 innings played.
Just trying to keep you honest, Dalton.
Yeah, trying to keep me on my toes, so it's always important. So that one bounces up and down right out to the shortstop. Nice pickup throw over to first, tag, and he gets it just in time. A beautiful pickup and throw from the 22 of Doyle Kane. He picks it up out in the shortstop, goes across the body, throws it, the tag off of base, and gets the out down for the first one here in the third inning. And Justin, man, Dodge City's defense is looking really good to start things off against the number 1 team of the East.
Well, you know, we went to Augusta early in the season, actually preseason, to play the Cannons, and we know that they're a tough team. You know, they've got some good tradition over there, and they are a very tough team to beat. So if we can take this first one here, we're going to be feeling good.
That'll be big for Tony. He'll be smiling, making that lineup for the second game. First game going to be live here on 1030 AM KBF. You can catch the second game over on the Dodge City A's YouTube channel. Just type in Dodge City A's in the your YouTube search bar, and you'll find it instantly. Another great thing about Justin Herger, he does a lot of work for the Dodge City A's. Does the live streams, live statting, and still has time to throw the headset on and rattle some notes here and there on the air with us. So great to have Justin alongside with us tonight. As now a 2-1 pitch. Reynolds make it 3-1 now. Susky really starting to struggle a little bit now. Kind of getting out of his groove. If you're in the Dodge City area, make your way over to Cavalier Field. It's free admission to get into the Dodge City A's games. They've got concession stands, beer gardens, plenty of seating here. Raffle girls are going around for the 50-50 raffle. They do that all night, every game here at home field. Bring your kids out. They go collect the foul balls for $1 at the concession stand. You get the foul ball that's hit at Cavalier Field. Bring that ball back to the concessions. You get the $1 back. So that one's swinging hit. That one's going to be a slow one up into the infield. Should be an easy toss to first. It is. And beautiful play there for the Dodge City A's, as that was the number 2 of Orlano picking it up and throwing it down over to second base. So 1-2-3 for Dodge City as they put it down on the Kansas Cannons. Your score 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Your score 3-0 on 1030 KBUF.
Pool is clearly the work of experts. You can be an expert with a good system that delivers clarity, convenience, and confidence. All of BioGuard's comprehensive pool care systems put the pleasure back in your pool with premium products that cover everything from sanitizers and shocks to algicides and balancers. Simple to follow and easy to maintain. That's what makes a BioGuard system. Visit Austin Pool in Dodge City or Garden City to learn about the right system for your pool and become the clear expert in your neighborhood.
Hey, Demon fans. Hey, Conquistador fans. It's game time. I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar wants you to fuel up before the big game. Stop in before the game for tasty hamburgers, sandwiches, tacos, and more. Plus the coldest beer in town. Then when the game's over, stop back in for the late night menu, including calf fries, wings, nachos, pretzels, and more. Plus Friday and Saturday nights, it's free pool and darts, 10 p.m. to midnight. Dodge City sports fans, they've got you covered at I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, 1510 West Spruce, Dodge City.
Dodge City Red Demons has a long tradition. Family Practice Associates has been here for 38 years supporting and treating Red Demon athletes. We're the oldest independent medical practice in Dodge City with Dr. Presley, Dr. Trotter, Joanne Schaefer, ARNP, and Ryan Tyree, PA. We are here for your healthcare needs. We have in-house x-ray and lab. We have in-house counseling. For comprehensive healthcare, think Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas and call 225-1650.
Your health means everything.
Back here on 1030 KBUF, your number one ag leader in all of Western Kansas. Dalton Janicek alongside Justin Herger, bringing you live coverage of the Dodge City A's tonight as we are in the bottom of the third inning. Dodge City now back up to bat. They lead 3-0 over the Kansas Cannons. The Kansas Cannons, the number one team in the East Division of the KCLB. It came into tonight 14-5 on the season, compared to your Dodge City A's 12-9 on the season. So that one's swinging a hit out in the right. It's going to go well, foul past the fence. Going to get tangled up over into the batting cages off to the right of the outfield. So Doyle Kane back up to bat. Grounded out back in the first inning. That one swinging a chop way behind the press box. So 1-2 now for Kane. Dodge City's put up runs in all 2 innings. Going to try to make a 3. Strike 3, and Doyle Kane's going to strike out for the first time tonight. That's the first strikeout coming from the pitcher for the Kansas Cannons. That's Crabtree, I believe. Crabtree. Can't even read my own handwriting. But first out comes down on Doyle Kane. He strikes out.
Next up, the left fielder, number 4, Hunter Durrow.
As now Hunter Durrow up to bat.
He's a third strikeout victim of Crabtree.
On swinging a hit, fouled off way behind the press box. DeRoe ran in back in the first inning off of an RBI hit of Ramirez. He hit the double, bringing in DeRoe and Arlano. So now he's on an 0-1. That one bounces up and down into the infield, picked up at the shortstop. The throw to one, and he'll be thrown out. Be the second out now here in the bottom of the third inning. As the designated ball boy going to refill the umpire's ball supply. That was probably the third or fourth one hit foul behind and outside of the stadium here this inning. So 2 outs down now on Dodge City. As Cannon's now trying to make some quick work on the Dodge City A's here in the bottom of the third inning. But here's the 2-out specialty. See what they can do. Now a line drive right up into left field. And Ramirez keeps the 2-out dream going for the Dodge City A's. 2 outs, and it seems to be the gold Midas touch for the Dodge City A's as Ramirez puts a nice line drive floater out in the left field. Gets down to a beautiful gap just in time for Ramirez to get the single and get on base. As now you bring up the designated hitter of Brad Stone. Stone, the left-handed batter for the Dodge City A's. That one looked really good on the fastball, dipped down to the bottom zone. Strike called. So 0-1. Two outs down. Dodge City trying to keep things going. They put up runs in both 2 innings. The pitch on the outside, strike called from the umpire. That one was really on the outside. So 0-1 for Brad Stone, the designated hitter. With runner on first base, it's Ramirez. Ramirez takes off to 2. Looked at the bunt there for Stone, pulled it back in time, and Ramirez will get the steal, and Brad Stone barely gets away with that one, now on a 1-1. The 1-2. That one swinging a hit, bounces up right into the infield, gets caught, will be ran out to first base from the pitcher of Crabtree, and that'll do it for the third inning. So Dodge City gets one over on second base, but can't do anything else after it. As your score is 3-0 in favor of the A's as we head into the top of the fourth inning here on 1030 AM KBUF.
DDS is like the utility player of dentistry. They can do it all from cleanings, root canals, fillings, preventative care to orthodontics, comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. Located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Make an appointment today by calling 225-6555. Serving the Dodge City community for over 30 years. Kelly Hendricks DDS. Wear a smile, you can see a mile.
It's a myth those people feeling suicidal don't warn anyone. Most will give clues or even talk about it when asked. If you're worried about someone, talk to them right away. And there's help, like the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. Warning signs can save a life. Learn about them at mattersks.org. Brought to you by Glenn Curbs Law Firm.
Sneezing, coughing, runny nose, and fever have you feeling down? Find the relief you need at the time that fits your schedule at Express Wellness Urgent Care in Dodge City. Now from any device, your healthcare visit is just a click away with Express Wellness Urgent Care's online check-in. Visit expresswellnessurgentcare.com and choose a time that works for you. Open 7 days a week with extended hours. Express Wellness Urgent Care is here to serve you on White Oak Boulevard in Dodge City.
Wearing the right work boot can make all the difference in your day. And at Long's, they've assembled the best selection of brands, styles, and sizes in this area. Choose from Ariat, Red Wing, Justin, Tony Lama, Twisted X, Wolverine, Dan Post, and Laredo. All discount priced every day. They've got the style that is suited best for the job you do. Plus the largest selection of ladies, steel, and safety toe boots in this area. So come in the Longs and see why they've been selling the best brands in Southwest Kansas for over 50 years. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 8:30, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 1 till 6.
Back here on 1030 AM KBUF, your number one ag leader in all of Western Kansas. Dolan Janicek alongside Justin Herger as the Dodge City A's lead 3-0 over the Kansas Cannons here as we enter the top of the fourth inning of 7 here in this first game of the doubleheader. As Susky still on the mound for Dodge City puts the strike down on Hamilton. Start things off here in the top of the fourth. Susky on the curved ball. That one's going to go on the outside. So 1-1 now. That one fouled off. Over to the right side of the field now, 1-2 for Hamilton. Here's the 1-2 from Susky. Line drive up the middle. Jump up from Luvano. It'll go on to center field. And it'll be an easy single there for Hamilton as he put a floater right over into the center field, over the infield, and made a single out of that one.
Now up shortstop number 1, Carson Pratt.
As now the number 1 of Carson Pratt up to bat. Swing and a miss there for his first one. A lot of mixed fans in the stands tonight. Typically it's an all sellout crowd for Dodge City, but a lot of Kansas Cannons fans coming into tonight from Augusta. As their team, number 1 in the East Division, now to throw down to first, not there in time. Kane was smart about the get behind. He knew he wasn't going to get there in time. It's Carson Pratt battling up at the base against Susky. 0-2. Susky struck out 3 so far tonight. All came back in the first 2 innings. Didn't do any damage in the third, though. Here's the 0-2 with a runner on first. The windup. Down the pipe. Fastball. Strike 3 gets him down. And another strikeout on the 9. It comes on Carson Pratt. Wasn't expecting the fastball to come down from Susky. And that's why Susky's such a dangerous element out there on the mound. You don't know what he's going to do. The curveball has been his specialty alongside with the slider. He loves the breaking ball. But, man, that fastball threw off Pratt. And, man, it sent him walking back into the dugout shaking his head. So now 1 out down here in the top of the fourth inning. Dodge City's trying to stay flawless here and make it a quick 7 innings. Now the throw down is 1, not there in time. As Hamilton getting a really big lead off again. As Susky's really trying to work him over. So 0-1 now on Shively. With 1 out down, you still have Hamilton over on first base. Getting some really big leads off now. Susky goes down the pipe. That one, wow, almost hit Shively. Didn't even flinch. So now 1-1. So 1-1 here in the top of the fourth. Pitch down the pipe, strike called. Make it 1-2 now on Shively. Shively hit a single back in the second inning, made it all the way over to third, and then was left on after his teammate of Ezer struck out, and then Hornfield hit a pop-up out in the right field for the third and final out in that inning. Shively now on a 1-2. 1 out down, runner on first. The pitch, a little too high there up in the rafters for Susky.
I'll buy those from you.
So now 2-2 as Shively comes back into the count. Overall on the night, Susky's winning in the count against all of his hitters. Here's the 2-2. That one's swinging a hit. It's going to go foul way out to the right of the stadium. So 1 out still. Hamilton still on first base here in the top of the fourth inning. The Kansas Cannons are down by 3 against your Dodge City A's. Dodge City put up 2 runs in the first, 1 back in the second. Kansas Cannons have 5 hits on Dodge City's 5 hits. The only thing is, Kansas Cannons, they've got 2 errors working with right now so far in the first 4 innings. Swing and a miss right there. And Shively, rather, gets another strikeout for the Cannons. And Susky putting down some beautiful work out on the mound for the Dodge City A's. 2 strikeouts in a row right there. His 5th of the night.
31, Jared Hanks.
So, Jared, make it positive here. Find a gap.
So now 2 outs down. You got a runner on first base. As Susky going to try to get out of this inning real quick. Get Dodge City back up to the bats. Hamilton with another decent leadoff out there on first base. The curveball coming back in. No call there. Was a little on the inside. That's the number 31 of Hanks up to bat. Jared Hanks. Number 31 for the Kansas Cannons. He's played 13 games, 40 at-bats so far this season. He's put up 10 runs, 8 hits, 4 singles, 2 doubles, no triples. He's got 2 home runs on the season for the Kansas Cannons. So 2-0 on the count for him. 2 outs, runner on 1. That one dips on the outside, no call there. So now making a perfect 30 for Hanks. The throw back to 1. Hamilton stays safe one more time. But Susky's really losing his patience out there on first base with Hamilton. It's 3-0 on the count for Hanks with 2 down. Here's the pitch from Susky. Wow, beautiful fastball. First strike called there on Hanks.
Come on, Jared.
Susky checks behind him. Down the throw down to 1. Still safe. Susky's really not liking what Hamilton's getting the lead out over there on 1. Putting a lot of pressure on him. But I mean, if you're 3-1 now and you're losing the count, if you can get the easy out, now the throw down to 2 should be there in time. No, you'll bobble it behind him. But it'll stay shallow into the infield. And now we've got the runner and Arlano, I believe that is out there. No, that's
That is Ariano.
That's Ariano.
As he tried to catch the ball.
Yeah, he tried getting the tag down. It looked like the throwdown was going to be there in time. He went to go reach the glove up a little more, tipped the top of the glove, and both the runner and Arellano just collided there. Hamilton will make it over to 2. Arellano got back up on his feet. He's walking it out. He seems to be fine. So now 3-2 on the count now for Hanks, full count. And man, Susky would like to see.
Evidently, they called the runner out on obstruction. Something was called because the inning is now over.
So now Susky gets to save his arm there. Hamilton gets.
That's Bush League.
If Hamilton gets called out off of the collision at 2 with Arellano, and that's going to send us into the bottom of the 4th inning, as now the Kansas Cannons coach going to plead his case at home base, but it's not going to get him very far.
Bullshit!
And
actually, the way it looks, it looks as if the home plate umpire called Hanks out on obstruction at home plate.
So the call was obstruction at home plate. Hanks was in the way of the home plate. It wasn't actually the call at second base with Arellano. So the call was right. Hanks was obstructing the home plate. So we'll switch over into the bottom of the 4th inning as the Dodge City A's really putting on a clinic against the #1 Kansas Cannons of the East Division as their #1 title in jeopardy here on 1030 AM KBUF.
The work of experts. You can be an expert with a good system that delivers clarity, convenience, and confidence. All of BioGuard's comprehensive pool care systems put the pleasure back in your pool with premium products that cover everything from sanitizers and shocks to algicides and balancers. Simple to follow and easy to maintain. That's what makes a BioGuard system. Visit Austin Pool in Dodge City or Garden City to learn about the right system for your pool and become the clear expert in your neighborhood.
At South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, we feel your pain, and then we fix it. Heel pain is extremely common. Dr. Scott Gordon, podiatrist, specializes in the resolution of heel pain, diabetic foot and wound conditions, corrective foot and ankle surgery, and successful alternative treatments for most lower extremity pain. South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, Pratt, Dodge City, and Liberal.
Dodge City Red Demons has a long tradition. Family Practice Associates has been here for 38 years supporting and treating Red Demon athletes. We're the oldest independent medical practice in Dodge City with Dr. Presley, Dr. Trotter, Joanne Schaefer, ARNP, and Ryan Tyree, PA. We are here for your healthcare needs. We have in-house x-ray and lab. We have in-house counseling. For comprehensive healthcare, think Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas and call 225-1650.
Back here on 1030 MKBUF, your #1 ag leader in all of Western Kansas, Dalton Janicek alongside Justin Herger here at Cavalier Field as the Dodge City A's are up 3-0 over the Kansas Cannons as now we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. And a big confusing play there as Arellano tried to get the throw down over on 2 to get the tag out there. We thought it was the out was called for obstruction with Hamilton as he was diving into 2 as that one's floated out in the right field. And Lovano going to pick up an easy single there as he'll get over on the first base, but the obstruction was actually called at home plate. So there was the third out there. That's what sent Dodge City back into the bottom of the 4th inning and got them back up to bats. They've got 2 runs back in the 1st inning, 1 in the 2nd. They did no damage in the 3rd. They're going to try to pick up where they left off back in the 2nd inning here in the bottom of the 4th. As now Aaron Harper back up to bat, hit a single back in the 2nd inning, was left on 3rd base for his only at-bat. Takes that one for a strike down the line. Gorgeous evening here in Western Kansas.
You know, for those of you that are listening along, you know, come on out. We've got another 9-inning game following this one. So there's a lot of baseball to be played here at Cavalier tonight.
And a possibility of Matt Freeze, the all-around athletic player. Just graduated high school here at Dodge City. Played for the Red Demons. Amazing football player, outstanding basketball player, and a hell of a pitcher for the Dodge City Red Demons. And see if Tony Gonzalez decides to put him out on the mound for his debut of the Dodge City A's this season. The plans are, they're unofficial. I'd have to check with Sean on them. He would know a little bit more. But I believe Matt Freeze is going to sign with the JUCO here in Dodge City, play for the Conquistadors. That's what the rumors are saying, but no official confirmation on that, I don't believe, just yet. Matt Freeze, though, a heck of a player, all-around athlete. Did really amazing during the football season with the Red Demons as a wide receiver. Really great point guard for the Red Demons as well during the basketball season. Dodge City didn't really have a solid men's basketball team, but man, Kisa Unruh and the ladies basketball team was just as stellar this year to listen to and follow along. Dodge City is really just known to bring in some really great athletic teams into this area. You got the Dodge City A's summer program that runs. You have all your Red Demon sports that happen during the fall and spring. You have all your community college events as well. And, of course, the Dodge City Law now coming back into town for the first time since 2017, I believe. Sean over there sitting in Salina, Kansas, getting ready to call the playoff game. If you want to listen to the Dodge City Law tonight, you can catch them on action on 98.1 Z98. As Graber up to bat, opens up on a 1-0.
You know, Dalton, that was a really good play by the catcher. They called the outside pitch, and they're trying to get Graber to go fish in first pitch at bat.
Right. Now a swing and a miss on Graber. He goes chasing that one. As he'll step out of the box, readjust some of his gripping there with the bat. 1-1 on the count for him with one out down. You've got a runner over on first. It's Lovano. He got there on a single as he floated one out into right field. The windup down. That one's going to be hit foul. Get caught up in the netting behind home plate. Don't go anywhere after the first game. First 7 innings here for the first makeup game tonight. Then they'll take a 20-minute intermission, and we'll stay over on the YouTube channel. Won't have live coverage on 10:30 a.m. KBUF, but still have live coverage of your Dodge City A's here on the YouTube channels. Now a swing and a miss. Throw down to 2. We'll get there in time. No safe called. The throwdown couldn't get there in time, but Graber strikes out.
Strike him out, throw him out. They tried.
And they tried to get the strikeout, throw down to 2. Just couldn't get there in time.
Now up number 12.
As now the number 12 of Bollinger up to bat. Grounded out both first and second innings for his only at-bats tonight. We'll see if he can get anything going here in the 4th inning. As now got 2 outs down on Dodge City. See if Dodge City can keep that 2-out power going. That's where the A's usually find that little Midas touch and start putting things down and away. Mind you, Dodge City put those 2 runs up in the first inning on 2 outs, and they put up the 1 run on 2 outs back in the second inning. As the A's like to play on a lot of high-pressure situations. The 1-0, that one's up in the rafters too high, as Bollinger didn't even want to look at it. So 2-0 now for him. Two outs down. It's Lovano over on second base. The throw down, that one's too high on the outside. Make it a 3-0 now for Bollinger. 2 outs down. The throw down. Strike called. Finally, Bollinger looks at that one as the strike came across the plate. As Crabtree finally puts a strike down out there on the mound for the Kansas Cannons. Here's the 3-1. That one swinging, hit up a gap right into left field. Now, here comes Lovano. He'll hold up at the home plate, gets there in time, and it'll be an RBI hit for Bollinger as he holds up on first base, and he'll drive in his teammate of Lovano home. And Dodge City extends their lead over the Kansas Cannons now 4-0.
Number 2, Carlos Ariano.
And definitely not what anyone would really expect with the Dodge City A's coming into tonight and opening up a 4-0 lead on the Kansas Cannons, the number 1 team in the East Division. But they've done it so far, and they've done it on 2-out pressure situations. Now you got a runner on first base. That's Bollinger after hitting that single. Now a line drive right up to the shortstop. Should be an easy ground out play to second, and it is, as that was a nice 6-4 ground out play for the Kansas Cannons. So Dodge City puts up another run here in the 4th inning as Orlano gets thrown out and Bollinger gets thrown out on a 6-4 ground out play here in the bottom of the 4th inning. But Dodge City extends their lead 4-0 over the Kansas Cannons here on 1030 AM KBUF.
Henricks DDS is like the utility player of dentistry. They can do it all from cleanings, root canals, fillings, preventative care to orthodontics, comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. Located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Make an appointment today by calling 225-6555. Serving the Dodge City community for over 30 years. Kelly Hendricks DDS. Wear a smile, you can see a mile.
Hey, Demon fans. Hey, Conquistador fans. It's game time. I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar wants you to fuel up before the big game. Stop in before the game for tasty hamburgers, sandwiches, tacos, and more. Plus the coldest beer in town. Then when the game's over, stop back in for the late night menu, including calf fries, wings, nachos, pretzels, and more. Plus Friday and Saturday night, it's free pool and darts, 10 p.m. to midnight. Dodge City sports fans, they've got you covered at I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, 1510 West Spruce, Dodge City.
Sneezing, coughing, runny nose, and fever have you feeling down? Find the relief you need at the time that fits your schedule at Express Wellness Urgent Care in Dodge City. Now from any device, your healthcare visit is just a click away with Express Wellness Urgent Care's online check-in. Visit expresswellnessurgentcare.com and choose a time that works for you. Open 7 days a week with extended hours. Express Wellness Urgent Care is here to serve you on Wide Oak Boulevard in Dodge City.
Your health means everything. And every minute matters when an emergency puts your health at risk. That's why it's essential to get the care you need as soon as possible. The emergency department at Western Plains Medical Complex is ready, providing you quality care with the peace of mind of a certified chest pain center. Don't make your health wait. Get to the hospital. Western Plains Medical Complex. Learn more at westernplainsmc.com.
Back here on 1030 and KBUF, the number 1 ag leader in all of Western Kansas, Dalton Janicek alongside Justin Herger, bringing you coverage of the Dodge City A's this evening. It's now the Kansas Cannons now back in the top of the 5th inning up to bat. It's going to be the number 31. Or no, I believe it's now the 2 of Azor. So 1-1 now. That one goes high. So now 2-1 for Ethan Ezer. That one taken high. Make it 3-1 now. Susky's been out there for all 5 innings. Put down 5 strikeouts so far on the night. That one fouled off. And that'll be actually ball 4, so Ezra will walk. That's the first walk of the night that Susky's allowed.
Ball right here.
Number 21, ball.
So we now head back to the top of the lineup. It'll be the 21 of Hornfield.
Let's go, 2-1.
Here's that pitch, and it goes for the bunt. Susky gets it down in time to throw to 1 in there, and the out called. As Hornfield went for the sacrifice bunt to advance the runner, he gets thrown out at first, and it'll advance Ezra over to 2.
Next up, the right fielder, number 4, Kale Blasey.
It's now the number 4 of Kale Blasey up to bat. Struck out, was Susky's first strikeout victim back in the first inning. Then got thrown out on a line drive back in the third for his 2 at-bats tonight. Left-handed batter. Taking on Susky, the right-handed pitcher. Runner on 2. Here's his first pitch. Strike called right down the pipe. Beautiful pitch there from Susky.
Go, 4. Switch places. Take a sport.
That one swing fouled off behind home plate. Make it 0-2 now. Cavalier Field, kind of a different layout. You have an all infield turf layout. Then once you get to the outfield, it's all natural grass and natural dirt laid out all along the fence outline there. Beautiful stadium here in western Kansas, here at Dodge City. It's where the Conquistadors play baseball during their season. Now it's swing and a miss. That's actually foul tipped. Make it 0-2 still for Blasey. So 0-2 on the count, with 1 out down for Blasey. As Dodge City trying to stay flawless here. They lead 4-0 over the Kansas Cannons, who are 13-5 on the season. It's that pitch on the outside. So Ramirez almost had to chase it a little bit. So you still have a runner over on second base. That's the number 2 of Ethan Ezer. He got on after walking, and then he stole over to 2. That's how he's over there. Here's the 1-2 pitch now. That one's swinging ahead, floated out in the left field. It looks like it's going to go foul, and it will. Way up towards the outfield, left of the fence. So it'll stay 1-2 on the count. So 1-2, runner out on second base. It's Ezer with 1 out down. Dodge City leads 4-0 here in the top of the 5th. Susky, the windup, swing and a miss, and another strikeout comes down, and it comes out on Blasey rather. The 6th strikeout of the night coming from Susky. Tony Gonzalez has got to be happy about the lineup he put out there for the Dodge City A's. Now the question is, can you do it 2 games in a row with only a 20-minute intermission? It's now the number 10 of Reynolds up to bat. hit a single back in the first inning, was left on second base, then was thrown out on a line drive back in the third inning, where there's only 2 outs. So Ethan Ezra still out on second base with 2 outs down now here in the top of the 5th. The wind-up pitch, swing and hit right up the mound, goes out into the center field. Here comes Ezra. That'll put down the first run of the night for the Kansas Cannons, but your score is still 4-1 as Dodge City has a 3-point lead over them.
Next up, DH.
So Reynolds hits the single RBI to drive in Ethan Ezra from second base. Dodge City still has 2 outs down on the Cannons. Now up to bat's going to be the number 15 of Clark. Trip Clark. Swing and a miss there. So here's the 0-1. 2 outs down. Runner on first. That one taken for a ball.
And there's another case where you're seeing that strike zone shifting around a little bit. You know, earlier in the game we saw those letter high strikes being called, and now they're not.
Good point made there by Justin. Strike zone definitely taking a changing effect throughout the game. A lot of those low balls were being called a strike, and there's one right there. Make it 1-2 now for Clark. Susky trying to look for his 7th strikeout. Reynolds over there on first base. Two outs down, 1-2. Here's the pitch from Susky down the mound. Strike 3 called right there. And Clark just sits there in the batter's box and stares at that. Can't believe that was a strikeout. So second strikeout on a look coming down from Susky, and he's got a heck of an arm throwing tonight. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 4-1. Your Dodge City A's lead here on 1030 AM KBUF.
Is clearly the work of experts. You can be an expert with a good system that delivers clarity, convenience, and confidence. All of BioGuard's comprehensive pool care systems put the pleasure back in your pool with premium products that cover everything from sanitizers and shocks to algicides and balancers. Simple to follow and easy to maintain. That's what makes a BioGuard system. Visit Austin Pool in Dodge City or Garden City to learn about the right system for your pool and become the clear expert in your neighborhood.
It's a myth those people feeling suicidal don't warn anyone. Most will give clues or even talk about it when asked. If you're worried about someone, talk to them right away. And there's help, like the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. Warning signs can save a life. Learn about them at mattersks.org. Brought to you by Glenn Curbs Law Firm.
Dodge City Red Demons has a long tradition. Family Practice Associates has been here for 38 years supporting and treating Red Demon athletes. We're the oldest independent medical practice in Dodge City with Dr. Presley, Dr. Trotter, Joanne Schaefer, ARNP, and Ryan Tyree, PA. We are here for your healthcare needs. We have in-house x-ray and lab. We have in-house counseling. For comprehensive healthcare, think Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas and call 225-1650.
Back here on 1030 AM KBUF, your number one ag leader in all of Western Kansas. So the Dodge City A's lead 4-1 over the Kansas Cannons here as we end the bottom of the 5th inning.
Go, Cannons!
So now up to bat's going to be the 27 of Doyle Kane. Kane put a line drive out in the first inning. Got thrown out, then struck out back in the third for his only at-bats tonight. He's looking to change that up. That one, swing and hit, bounces up and down. It'll be called foul. So it'll be 1-1 now for Kane. So 1-1 on the count. Here as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning, Dodge City back up to bat. Doyle Kane. Here's his 1-1. When taken on the inside. That almost clipped his shoulder, it looked like. So he dipped his left shoulder back into the box. There's the 2-1. Swing and hit, a floater out in the right field. Is it going to get down in time? No, it'll be caught out in right field. And that'll be the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning.
Next up for the A's, number 4, Hunter DeRoe.
It's now the number 4 of Hunter DeRoe up to bat. DeRoe hit a double back in the 1st inning, RBI'd, and his teammate of Milano. Then he was RBI'd in by Ramirez on a double hit back in the 1st for 2 of those 4 Dodge City runs so far tonight. So that one taken for a strike. Crabtree still out there on the mound. 0-0.
And you can't help but feel the way things are going right now that both teams may not be looking to get a complete game out of their pitchers.
So Crabtree still on the mound for Kansas Cannons. Susky was still on the mound back in the top of the 5th for the Dodge City A's. Be interesting to see what Tony Gonzalez will do with the bullpen tonight. No one on either bullpen right now warming up. Both bullpens pretty quiet. Actually, now
you say now there's action headed down towards the Cannons bullpen.
Yeah, as I say that, now action's starting to head out towards the Kansas Cannons bullpen. But Dodge City, nothing happening over in their bullpen. So they must be pretty satisfied with what Susky's been doing so far. I mean, he's got 7 strikeouts on the night with the Kansas Cannons, so obviously things are clicking for him so far. So 3-1 on the count now for Hunter DeRoe with 1 out. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one swing fouled off behind home plate. That one swinging a hit over into right field. It's going to go foul. Now 3-2 on the count. Full count now for Hunter DeRoe. So 3-2 with 1 out here. This is DeRoe going to try to win the battle here. Here's the full count pitch down the mound, swing and a miss. Crabtree gets a strikeout there on Hunter DeRoe. That's his 3rd of the night. It's now the number 5 of Artie Ramirez will come up to bat. The catcher for Dodge City. Probably one of the best collegiate catchers I've seen playing a summer league so far. The kid's got a heck of an arm when he goes for a throw down to either first base or second. Makes smart plays, and all around just an amazing catcher playing for the Dodge City A's. Made a mistake back in the 2nd inning, I believe it was, on the overthrow. It actually was the 3rd inning. That one taken outside for a ball. There's 2 outs down here on Dodge City. Ramirez opens up on a 1-0 count.
You know, a lot of what this summer league is about, Dalton, is players like a lot of these guys are from California, so most of them didn't see a season this spring. And so they're out here able to get work in and refine their skills and positions that they're playing.
So 1-1 now as Ramirez on a swing and a miss. 2 outs down, no runners on base here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As the pitch, swing and a hit right out to third base. Should be an easy ground out. The 6-3 ground out, tag down for Artie Ramirez, and it's out. So 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As we head to a new inning, top of the 6th, your score 4-1 in favor of your Dodge City A's here on 1030 KBUF.
DDS is like the utility player of dentistry. They can do it all from cleanings, root canals, fillings, preventative care to orthodontics, comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. Located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Make an appointment today by calling 225-6555. Serving the Dodge City community for over 30 years. Kelly Hendricks DDS. Wear a smile, you can see a mile.
Wearing the right work boots can make all the difference in your day. And at Long's, they've assembled the best selection of brands, styles, and sizes in this area. Choose from Ariat, Red Wing, Justin, Tony Lama, Twisted X, Wolverine, Dan Post, and Laredo. All discount priced every day. They've got the style that is suited best for the job you do. Plus the largest selection of ladies, steel, and safety toe boots in this area. So come in to Long's and see why they've been selling the best brands in Southwest Kansas for over 50 years. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 8:30, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 1 till 6.
Sneezing, coughing, runny nose, and fever have you feeling down? Find the relief you need at the time that fits your schedule at Express Wellness Urgent Care in Dodge City. Now from any device, your healthcare visit is just a click away with Express Wellness Urgent Care's online check-in. Visit expresswellnessurgentcare.com and choose a time that works for you. Open 7 days a week with extended hours. Express Wellness Urgent Care is here to serve you on White Oak Boulevard in Dodge City.
At South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, we feel your pain, and then we fix it. Heel pain is extremely common. Dr. Scott Gordon, podiatrist, specializes in the resolution of heel pain, diabetic foot and wound conditions, corrective foot and ankle surgery, and successful alternative treatments for most lower extremity pain. South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, Pratt, Dodge City, and Liberal.
A BioGuard pool is clearly the work of experts. You can be an expert with a good system that delivers clarity, convenience, and confidence. All of BioGuard's comprehensive pool care systems put the pleasure back in your pool with premium products that cover everything from sanitizers and shocks to algicides and balancers. Simple to follow and easy to maintain. That's what makes a BioGuard system. Visit Austin Pool in Dodge City or Garden City to learn about the right system for your pool and become the clear expert in your neighborhood.
Back here on 1030 AM KBUF, your number one ag leader in all of Western Kansas. Dalton Janicek alongside Justin Herger here, bringing you live coverage of the Dodge City A's. Dodge City up 4-1 over the Kansas Cannons now. Line drive right out into right field. It'll be a shallow one, but it'll be a single hit now for Hamilton as he puts a floater right out into right field, and it drops pretty quick. So Kansas Cannons now trying to flip the script here on the Dodge City A's here late in the game. Remember, we're only playing 7 innings here in this first game here on 1030 AM KBUF. Then the second full 9-inning game will be covered over on the YouTube channel. As Susky still on the mound for Dodge City. He's got 7 strikeouts on the night versus the Cannons. That one swinging hit out to right field. It's going to get down into a gap. That's going to bring at least one run across possibly. No, Hamilton will hold up on third base. It'll be at least a double though for Pratt. So Pratt hits a double out in the center right field. And oh, how things have changed here. Now you got 2 runners, and actually, no, they're going to send Pratt back to first, it looks like. Or
he's trying to get rid of his gear.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's actually just getting rid of his equipment. It looked like they were sending him back to the dugout. I was like, whoa, what happened there? But no, he's just throwing off his gloves and his weights and stuff like that. So runners on 3 and 2 now. Game kind of shifting momentum here. Dodge City's still up by 3 points, but the Cannons put up 1 run back in the 5th inning here. Back now as we enter the top of the 6th. Now Shively on a swing and a miss. This is just the aspect of this kind of league, though, Justin. I mean, it's so quick how things can change between a team. We've seen it with the Dirtbags earlier this season, the game we covered, how the Dirtbags came in, they really blew open that first game, come back the next night, and wow, Dodge City just came out of nowhere and said, no, you guys aren't going to come here and you guys aren't going to win against us. We're gonna take back our field. And it's those kind of games you don't know. It doesn't matter if you're the number 1 team in your league. You could be in a position like this where the Kansas Cannons are right now.
You play this game on any given night, anything can happen. You come out a little bit flat, things maybe don't go your way in the early innings, and then things start clicking, and all of a sudden, guess what? You find yourself in a ball game.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Cannons are trying to do right now. They've tried to stay flawless all season in the East Division. So 0-2 for Shively. No outs down. You got runners in scoring position on 3rd and 2nd base.
There is action down in the A's bullpen in Gabe Ramos.
Yep, so Gabriel Ramos now. Strike 3 call out there on Shively. That's the 8th of the night for Susky. Just I might ask you I don't know if you, well, I guess I could look it up. See what Susky's most strikeouts in a game would be.
Yeah, I want to say it's up in that 8-9 range, which we are right at that mark.
We're right there. He's got 8 right now, so Susky trying to break his own personal record with strikeouts. I think his record right now is 8 or 9. He's sitting right at 8 so far tonight here in the top of the 6th inning. That one, beautiful curveball comes back in across the plate. Strike called as the 31 of Hanks up to bat.
And right now, I can't tell you how big that previous strikeout in Chevrolet was. I mean, that's a major out to get that first one right now.
Right, absolutely, especially since the Cannons were starting to shift the momentum in their favor. They still got runners on 3rd and 2nd. That one swinging ahead up the line, drive. It's going to go bouncing out into left field. That will be an error on Harper, as that went right bouncing out behind him. That's going to advance the runners, and they'll bring another run across for the Kansas Cannons. So now 4-2 as the Cannons cut that lead in half, as Pratt will move over to 3rd base, and it'll be a single for Hanks. And only 1 out down here. We'll see what Tony Gonzalez is going to want to do here. It's not even that Susky's really struggling, but it's just that's how close of a game this really is. And now that he's seeing the Cannons starting to really get their stuff figured out, it's becoming a point where you can't just have good pitches. You need to have consistent, and it needs to be a lead to finish this game off. And and you mentioned that earlier. Will we see a pitcher play all 7 innings here as we're getting ready to do a doubleheader? So that one's going to strike Ezra in the back. He'll get his stuff unloaded, and he'll head on down to first base. Yeah, definitely not what the A's want to see here, leading 4-2, and now you got loaded bases heading to the top of the lineup.
Take it for the team. All we need is a base hit. Take it for the team.
If you're Dodge City, now's the time to get an easy ground play and make something happen here with 1 out. And Gonzalez going to, actually
That's Kyle Tinius. That's our pitching coach.
Yep. Tinius going to head out there now, start talking with Susky, see what's going on, see if he's feeling good enough to finish out or if he's going to want to bring in Ramos. Gabe Ramos warming up down there in the bullpen. Justin, I think me and you both would have started jumping up and down if we seen the 10 numero out there warming up of Matt Freeze. It's only a matter of time before the kid will get his starting moment out there on the mound. Long conversation out there on the mound. Susky will stay out there. So, see if he can finish out the inning. He's got a tough one to finish, though. He's got bases loaded. Pratt over on third base. Hanks on second. Ethan Ezra out on first base with only one out down. Hamilton got a run across here in this inning.
Let's take a moment and take about, we're back at the top of the order. Mr. Schoenfeld.
Yeah.
0 for 3.
Yeah, he's 0 for 3 tonight. All 3 times line drive been thrown out at first base, and you keep going down the line. Blassie struck out twice. He's 0-3 on the night. You've got Reynolds. He's 1-2, or he's 2-1, or excuse me, he's 1-3 on the night. So it's top of the lineup is definitely not where the Cannons really want to be in this bases loaded, 1 out kind of situation. It's Hornfield takes the first one for a ball.
And just a reminder, this is a 7-inning game. We do have a 9-inning game coming up after the completion of this one.
Strike called there on Hornfield. Yeah, just to Justin's point, this game covering on 10:30 a.m. KBUF. Next game will just be covered on the YouTube channel. You can go to YouTube and type in Dodge City A's in your search bar. Amazing stream quality there. Be able to watch the game just like you're sitting here up in the press box with us. 1-1 on the count with 1 out. There's that pitch. Swing and fouled off behind home plate. That one's going to go out into the parking lot of the Y. So now 1-2 on Hornfield.
And this is a situation where, as a batter, you're looking at this going, okay, bases loaded, I'm down in the count 1-2. You're going to see him swinging. And hopefully this is a good pitch that it's going to go right by him.
Yeah, I think the Cannons are starting to figure out where Susky's really liking to put that curve and that breaking ball. It's going to take, some different from Susky to really throw it off because, to your point, you're down in the count 1-2. You got 1 out, and you've got bases loaded. I mean, you're swinging at anything and everything that's coming across that plate that's even remotely in your zone of comfort. There's that swing. There it is. Bounce up to first base. Here's the ground out that they needed. Throw home. Not the tag. Yes, he got the play. The out called at home plate. And Dodge City keeps a run from coming across. A beautiful play executed. The hit down to first base. Doyle Kane knew to throw it back to home, and he kept the run from coming across. Dodge City still holds on to a 4-2 lead over the Kansas Cannons. Beautiful play executed there by Doyle Kane, the first baseman for the Dodge City A's, keeping that run from coming across. Tough break for the Cannons, though. They thought that was going to be the line drive that would keep the runs going. So there's the second out of the inning, and now another 0 for 3 batter coming up now of Blassie. He struck out twice to Susky, so let's see if Susky can keep it going on him. There's the first swing and a miss. Blassie struck out back in the first inning on a swing and a miss. Line drive back in the third, then was thrown out. And then another strikeout to Susky's pitching back in the 5th inning as he's back up to bat. 2 outs down with runners on all 3.
Back to what we were talking about a little bit ago, as he takes the ball 1 outside, I mean, this is everybody's dream. They want to step into the box, bases loaded, and be the hero.
Oh, every time. But then again, you have to understand it's not about being the hero in that kind of situation. You're the hero if you can just get a run across. That's when you're a hero. Yeah, you crush one out and pass the outfield fence, everyone thinks you're a god, but, I mean, get the couple runs up. That's the easiest way to go.
You know, the most important thing for right now is, you know, you're down 2-4 in this game if you're the Cannons. You know,
that one taken on the outside. Throw down to 2 there in time. Did he get it? Nope. No call from the umpire. The tag wasn't there. Artie Ramirez with a heck of an arm in the catcher's gear. 2-1 on the count for Blassie. So 2 outs, still bases loaded here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the 2-1. That one taken on the outside. Make it a 2-2 on the count now. The wind's starting to pick up a lot more out of the north, blowing right into home plate. Make it really hard for those balls to go out beyond the fence. Typically here at Cavalier Field, the wind will be going the opposite direction out to the outfield, creating a lot of home run opportunities. That one swing and hit, fouled off.
and now with a full count, now you're sitting back going, okay, what's coming? You know, every batter's dreaming of a fastball right down the pipe.
Right. But, you know, you also have to think the Cannons know that Susky's been throwing these breaker balls like no other, these breaking balls like nothing else. So you're looking for a breaking ball or a fastball. But what can Susky do?
If I were Artie, I'd...
There's the pitch. That one on the outside, he'll walk him. That'll advance all the runners, so one more run's going to come across. And it'll be a walk, and now Tony Gonzalez is going to head out to the mound to talk to Susky, and more than likely Ramos will come in. He's already starting to walk in. So it'll be a pitching change here. We'll take a quick minute timeout. We'll be back as Gabe Ramos going to take over for Tyler Susky out on the mound here on 1030 AM KBUF, the number one ag leader in all of Western Kansas.
Dodge City Red Demons has a long tradition. Family Practice Associates has been here for 38 years supporting and treating Red Demon athletes. We're the oldest independent medical practice in Dodge City with Dr. Presley, Dr. Trotter, Joanne Schaefer, ARNP, and Ryan Tyree, PA. We are here for your healthcare needs. We have in-house x-ray and lab. We have in-house counseling. For comprehensive healthcare, think Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas and call 225-1650.
Hey, Demon fans. Hey, Conquistador fans. It's game time. I Don't Care Family Restaurant Sports Bar wants you to fuel up before the big game. Stop in before the game for tasty hamburgers, sandwiches, tacos, and more. Plus the coldest beer in town. Then when the game's over, stop back in for the late night menu, including calf fries, wings, nachos, pretzels, and more. Plus Friday and Saturday night, it's free pool and darts, 10 p.m. to midnight. Dodge City sports fans, they've got you covered at I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, 1510 West Spruce, Dodge City.
Kelly Hendricks DDS is like the utility player of dentistry. They can do it all from cleanings, root canals, fillings, preventative care to orthodontics, comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. Located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Make an appointment today by calling 225-6555. Serving the Dodge City community for over 30 years. Kelly Hendricks DDS. Wear a smile, you can see a mile.
Your health means everything. And every minute matters when an emergency puts your health at risk. That's why it's essential to get the care you need as soon as possible. The emergency department at Western Plains Medical Complex is ready, providing you quality care with the peace of mind of a certified chest pain center. Don't make your health wait. Get to the hospital. Western Plains Medical Complex. Learn more at westernplainsmc.com.
Sneezing, coughing, runny nose, and fever.
Back here on 1030 MKBUF, the number one ag leader in all of Western Kansas. Dolan Janicek alongside Justin Herger. bringing you coverage of they are leading 4-3 now as Cannons have the bases loaded here, and now a pitching change as Gabe Ramos on the mound. 2 outs down, bases juiced up. That one line drive to third base, should be an easy tag out. And it'll be the easy out there. So there it is. Gabe Ramos comes to the game, throws a ground out pitch, and we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Here on 1030 and KBUF, Dodge City leads 4-3 here on your number 1 ag leader of all of Western Kansas.
Is clearly the work of experts. You can be an expert with a good system that delivers clarity, convenience, and confidence. All of BioGuard's comprehensive pool care systems put the pleasure back in your pool with premium products that cover everything from sanitizers and shocks to algicides and balancers. Simple to follow and easy to maintain. That's what makes a BioGuard system. Visit Austin Pool in Dodge City or Garden City to learn about the right system for your pool and become the clear expert in your neighborhood.
It's a myth those people feeling suicidal don't warn anyone. Most will give clues or even talk about it when asked. If you're worried about someone, talk to them right away. And there's help, like the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. Warning signs can save a life. Learn about them at mattersks.org. Brought to you by Glenn Curbs Law Firm.
Dodge City Red Demons has a long tradition. Family Practice Associates has been here for 38 years supporting and treating Red Demon athletes. We're the oldest independent medical practice in Dodge City with Dr. Presley, Dr. Trotter, Joanne Schaefer, ARNP, and Ryan Tyree, PA. We are here for your healthcare needs. We have in-house x-ray and lab. We have in-house counseling. For comprehensive healthcare, think Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas and call 225-1650.
Wearing the right work boots can make all the difference in your day. And at Long's, they've assembled the best selection of brands, styles, and sizes in this area. Choose from Ariat, Red Wing, Justin, Tony Lama, Twisted X, Wolverine, Dan Post, and Laredo. All discount priced every day. They've got the style that is suited best for the job you do. Plus the largest selection of ladies, steel, and safety toe boots in this area. So come into Long's and see why they've been selling the best brands in Southwest Kansas for over 50 years. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 8:30, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 1 till 6.
You're listening to Dodge City A's baseball coverage here on 1030 AM KBUF. Let's step aside for 10 seconds to identify our station and our station identification. You're listening to the number 1 ag leader in all of Western Kansas.
We are powered by Quality Structures Incorporated, your post-frame headquarters in Scott City, Kansas. And we are KBUF, Holcomb, Garden City, Kansas.
Well, welcome back into our coverage here on 1030 AM KBUF, your number 1 ag leader in all of Western Kansas. As we head now to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's possibly a last chance to increase your lead here if you're the Dodge City A's. Or if you want to at least win, not having to play the bottom of the 7th inning, this is your chance to do that. They lead 4-3 over the Kansas Cannons. As now, up to bat, it's going to be the number 11 of Brad Stone. And now the Kansas Cannons on a pitching change as well, as now the number 28 of Evan Dean now up on the mound. So Brad Stone opening up on a 1-0 count. He's the DH for Dodge City. Takes that one for a strike. Now you got 2 new pitchers into the game. You think 3 up, 3 down kind of situation where we saw back in the beginning of the game? I mean, do you think,
tell when you get into the bullpen what you're going to get.
Is that one
right there? Stone hits a single right in the 2-3 gap.
So a 2-3 gap single out in the right field. As Stone going to get on to first base.
Next up, the third baseman, number 23, Albert.
And the question was, are we going to see, kind of a 3 up, 3 down with each pitcher, or, is it going to go back and forth like we've seen? Susky was really hot, and it really took a while for Crabtree to kind of get things going for him. It's always a hit or miss. You never know. Is that one beautiful curveball taken for a strike for Lovano?
Yeah, the thing that we're going to have to be careful about is the A's batters are going to have to sit back, and they're going to have to be patient.
Oh, yeah.
We know that strike zone is wide at the bottom.
It's almost like an upside-down T, if you imagine it, basically. Very narrow through the middle and the high end, and then very just wide out in the bottom. The umpire's really liking to see the curveball and the breaking ball come through, so he's giving those a chance.
Those lower balls are, pardon the softball term, but they're getting out closer to the river than what a normal strike zone would be.
Right. And they've got a lot of dip in them. I mean, we saw Susky, the curveball and the slider, just really like to dip down at the last second, and the umpire loved to see it. So 1-2 now on the count for Lovano. No outs down. He's got his runner out on first. Now a swing and hit out into a right field gap. It's going to get down in time. Lovano holds up on 2, and Stone heads out to third base. Beautiful hit by Lovano. Puts it up into the 4-3 gap out in the right field. And just like that, Dodge City in scoring position once again here in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 22, Aaron Harper.
Now you got Aaron Harper coming up. He's 1-1 on the night. Or no, he's 1-2 on the night, so 50-50. But, Harper is one of those players that could really change the game in a big way at any given moment. He's a big dude. He's a big powerhouse hitter. He's a well-rounded player. Here's his first pitch, swing and hit, popped up. That one's going to be probably caught out for an easy out. Actually, he's going foul, and it's going to go way out.
And that ball, that's a testament right now that, that's what the wind's doing.
Right, that ball
should have stayed in play.
Yeah, that ball actually could have stayed in the infield, honestly, without the wind.
And he got it up the elevator chute, and the wind forced it over into foul territory.
The wind is a big factor here in western Kansas. Hardly any tree coverage, nothing to block the wind here. And the wind is just always strong. There's another one that gets popped up. Let's see how far right it's going to go. It's already well far right, foul, but it's going to be caught out for a foul. So Harper going to put down the first out of the night in the bottom of the 6th inning here. So that one was caught right in the coach's box. That sits right to the right of the third and first baseline here. That one was popped up into the infield, got caught up in the wind, blew all the way out to the right side of the first baseline, and was caught out. So now the number 20 of Graber, actually no,
this is number 3, Ty Walton.
This is Walton. Walton's in the game now. Ty Walton takes that one for a ball. I was starting to correct myself there, and you had already started correcting me too. I was like, nope, that's the 3 of Walton right there, so Walton enters the game late here. I'll assume he'll probably play but probably the first half of the next game. Because Walton's another good player for Dodge City. Another common starter.
Normally, this is, in a 9-inning game, this is about the time that we do see Gonzalez starting to make changes, especially if we're behind in a game, trying to get some fresh batters in, a different perspective, and change things up.
That one taken low into the turf, 3-0.
Go, Evan, right here. Focus.
So runners in the corners. It's Brad Stone and Lovano. Alberto hit that beautiful flyer up in the right field. Now Walton's going to walk on over to first base, and kind of a deja vu moment, but in a not so deja vu moment.
It's kind of a deja vu moment on the other side
of the
we were just in this situation last inning.
Except we were running with 2 outs. It was kind of like, come on, guys, you got this. You can get this next out. As now coaches are going to talk with the 28 of Dean out there on the mound for the Cannons. Only 1 out. Bases juiced up here for the A's. They lead 4-3 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the music department always on cue here at the Cavalier Field, keeping us entertained.
Now up, number 12, Jack Bollinger.
This Jack Bollinger up to bat now. See what Jack can do. Jack, batting at the top of the lineup. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Takes that one on the inside. Strike called there. Wow.
Right down there where he's like to call them all game.
Yeah. It wasn't the lowness that surprised me. It was how far inside and how close to his hips that was. And look, the umpire was confident with it. Head up, strike call. That one's swinging and miss. That one's going to go off of, his ankle, I think. This is where it clipped him, or somewhere in his leg. He's hobbling around.
Well, and I think he might have twisted his ankle a little bit as he was swinging at it.
Yeah. He swung at it, and it hit him somewhere because it bounced off of something and went back into the infield. And Bollinger, Jake, just started jumping around, hobbling around. Just like Justin mentioned, I think he twisted that ankle really wrong when he tried missing the ball. So 0-2 on the count, unfortunately for him. 1 out. Bases loaded. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're only playing 7 in the first game. That one, really high rise ball. As the catcher had to jump up for that one.
That was a curveball that didn't quite curve.
It curved in the opposite way. That's why it almost was like, man, that looked like a rise ball. But no, it was just not a good thrown curveball. So 1-2 now. 1 out. Now swinging a hit right on the right field. Going to get down into a gap. That's going to put up another run for the Dodge City A's. As Brad Stone gets RBI'd in off of a hit from Jake Ballinger. And a single, and it'll advance all the runners around. Bases still loaded here with 1 out, and the Dodge City A's increasing their lead. And they're only doing it with 1 out.
Base with number 2, Carlos Arellano.
Is now Carlos Arellano up to bat. Arellano is 1 for 3 tonight. Was RBI'd in back in the first after he hit a single, got on base. That one's foul hit. So now 0-1 on the count. Here's the 0-1. Wind up down the mound. That one looked beautifully down the pipe. No call there. So 1-1 now for Carlos Arellano, for Arellano. That one's swinging ahead. That one's going to get a lot of air up into it. Going to go into right field, way foul in time. It's coming in time. There's the second one. Now the throw to home. And is it there? The 3-play. The double caught out in the foul territory. Throw at home on the long throw. And it was there in time. And the Cannons get out of a sketchy inning. But they still trail 5-3 to the Dodge City A's. But a beautiful double play from the Cannons. And it sends us here to the top of the 7th. The Cannons got one more chance to do it here on 1030 AM KBUF.
DDS is like the utility player of dentistry. They can do it all from cleanings, root canals, fillings, preventative care to orthodontics, comprehensive family dentistry from infants to adults. Located at 100 Ross Boulevard, Building 2, Suite C, Dodge City. They're open 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Make an appointment today by calling 225-6555. Serving the Dodge City community for over 30 years. Kelly Hendricks DDS. Wear a smile. You can see a mile.
At South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, we feel your pain, and then we fix it. Heel pain is extremely common. Dr. Scott Gordon, podiatrist, specializes in the resolution of heel pain, diabetic foot and wound conditions, corrective foot and ankle surgery, and successful alternative treatments for most lower extremity pain. South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, Pratt, Dodge City, and Liberal.
Sneezing, coughing, runny nose, and fever have you feeling down? Find the relief you need at the time that fits your schedule at Express Wellness Urgent Care in Dodge City. Now, from any device, your healthcare visit is just a click away with Express Wellness Urgent Care's online check-in. Visit expresswellnessurgentcare.com and choose a time that works for you. Open 7 days a week with extended hours. Express Wellness Urgent Care is here to serve you on Wide Oak Boulevard in Dodge City.
Hey, Demon fans. Hey, Conquistador fans. It's game time. I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar wants you to fuel up before the big game. Stop in before the game for tasty hamburgers, sandwiches, tacos, and more. Plus the coldest beer in town. Then when the game's over, stop back in for the late night menu, including calf fries, wings, nachos, pretzels, and more. Plus Friday and Saturday nights, it's free pool and darts, 10 p.m. to midnight. Dodge City sports fans, they've got you covered at I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, 1510 West Spruce, Dodge City.
Back here on 1030 MKBF, the number one ag leader in all of western Kansas, Gabe Ramos. Looking to go 3 up, 3 down on the Cannons and get a win for your Dodge City A's.
Let's look back at the bottom of this last inning. We put up one insurance run there, and how important is that right now?
The score is 5-3. We're leading by 2, and you say that that insurance run. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, if you lead by 3, you're guaranteed you have to get at least 3 runs across. You're up 2. I mean, that's easy. That's easier to load up 2 bases and send something out into the outfield so far, and it's a mistake as that one first out right there comes across on Clark. But to your point, how much insurance is that? We gave up that one in the last inning, but is that going to be enough to get us by, or was that too much?
The A's scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fifth, and 1 in the 4th, and 1 in the 6th. And the Cannons scored 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and now they're looking to score 2 more to try to extend this game.
Strike called there, and I mean, okay. So now my question is, if you're Tony Gonzalez, the manager for the A's, let's say the Cannons come back here and tie or at least take the lead. As a manager, do you sit there and think, wow, I really could have put, Ramos in the game a lot sooner than Susky? But Susky, even then, he had a strikeout in that inning. He put down a strikeout on Shively back, in the top of that inning where we started. That one swinging and hit foul ball. Make it 2-1 now.
Looking back, I think that we made a change at the right time. Do you maybe change Susky out earlier in the inning? Yeah, maybe not.
Right.
But
the point said he had just thrown that strikeout.
Yeah.
And so you're thinking, okay, well, he's got to blow after that strikeout. Everything was down from there. Beautiful line drive right to Doyle Kane at first base. There's the second out. And Dodge City one more closer to taking this first game against the Kansas Cannons. I think Gonzalez is actually sitting happy right now over there in the dugout. I think he knew exactly what he's wanting to do, a lot closer than he probably wanted to, but still he's probably got to be happy right now. Just probably nervous right now. He just wants this easy last third out. Strike called there. He's got 2 more to go on Pratt. And man, what a great relief pitcher that would be for Ramos to come in and just go 3 up, 3 down. Here's the 0-1. Beautiful breaking ball coming back down in the zone, just a little too low for the liking of the umpire. Something we haven't said all night.
Gabe came in last inning, 1 pitch, 1 out.
And that was all it did, take them back in. Now a swing and hit out in the center right field. That one's going to get down to a gap, be a single hit here for Pratt. So Pratt hits a single out into the 9-8 gap out in the outfield. He'll get out up there on first base. Still 2 outs down here in the top of the 7th inning. Dodge City leads 5-3. Dodge City's put up 10 hits over Kansas Cannons 9. 2 errors for the Cannons, only 1 for Dodge City tonight.
Okay, so let's go look at something else, Dalton. So far the Cannons have stranded 9.
Wow. So You said the Cannons have stranded 9, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, you know, Dodge City's been doing really well on the mound, but then again, Kansas City, or not Kansas City, but the Cannons have been, I mean, they're still right there. This is a close, you know, it's a 2-point lead to say, but it's still closer than the scoreboard says. I mean, it feels a lot closer than that, you know, with the errors and everything. It's just been a really close pitching and hitting game, pitching-wise, for great pitching for the Dodge City A's and just really great hitting for, I mean, the Cannons. They've been able to find everything where they needed to later in the game. So 1-1 now on the count for Shively, or Shively rather. 2 outs, make it 2-1 now.
Find your pitch, kid.
It's Ramos. Trying to get one more out. He's got a runner on first. Here's the pitch, taken outside. Now 3-1. Here's the 3-1. That one fouled off. 3-2 now. That one goes into the Dodge City dugout. So 3-2, 2 outs. Runners on first. Here's the full count pitch from Ramos. Swing and hit right to the shortstop. Diving play. He gets it out. Dodge City is going to take the first game against the Kansas Cannons. Beautiful diving play by Aaron Harper out of the shortstop position. And he gets the third and final out on the Kansas Cannons. They win 5-3.
That's the final of the first game.
Take a 1-minute timeout. Come back with your post-game recap. And then we'll go to a 20-minute intermission, and we'll stay right here on the YouTube channel. We'll sign off on 10:30 a.m. KBUF. The YouTube live stream will stay going. So step aside for a moment or two, and we'll get you your final game recap and sign off here and get you ready for the next game here on 10:30 a.m. KBUF.
Bioguard Pool is clearly the work of experts. You can be an expert with a good system that delivers clarity, convenience, and confidence. All of Bioguard's comprehensive pool care systems put the pleasure back in your pool with premium products that cover everything from sanitizers and shocks to algicides and balancers. Simple to follow and easy to maintain. That's what makes a Bioguard system. Visit Austin Pool in Dodge City or Garden City to learn about the right system for your pool and become the clear expert in your neighborhood. Your health means everything, and every minute matters when an emergency puts your health at risk. That's why it's essential to get the care you need as soon as possible. The emergency department at Western Plains Medical Complex is ready, providing you quality care with the peace of mind of a certified chest pain center. Don't make your health wait. Get to the hospital. Western Plains Medical Complex. Learn more at westernplainsmc.com.
Back here on 10:30 a.m. KBUF, your number one ag leader in all of Western Kansas. And man, Dodge City A's getting a nice win over the Kansas Cannons here. Now a fun sight to see. Aaron Harper, the guy that made the play happen here at the end of the game, diving catch out at the shortstop. Now out on the mound, throwing pitches to the ball boy for Dodge City. And, you know, it's hard to describe without, you know, people taking things the wrong way. But, Dodge, you guys hosted the special needs night.
Yeah, we had an exceptional needs night. We hosted a special camp for exceptional needs students. And for the life of me, I can't remember his name. But he is one of those students. You know, I remember him from driving the school bus, and you know, he's just an awesome personality. Loves the baseball game. Comes out during practices, and we can't thank the community enough for the support that that they give us as a team, but also that, you know, we can give back and do these kinds of things and have these kinds of moments for these kids that, you know, they get to come out and interact with baseball players and do the things that they love to do.
And it's not even that. It's not even the kids that love the game for itself. It's the kids that, you know, want to do different things that no one's ever heard of. Let's take Braden, for example. Braden's been on the broadcast many times with Sean, and just a wonderful story right there. Braden Legg, the kid is, no matter what challenge that kid has been faced in his life, he is a smart, well-rounded kid, and it's amazing what this Dodge City community does for kids like that, and it makes you feel like this community is more whole-rounded, and it makes a better atmosphere for game nights like this. So
indeed, and that kind of atmosphere is what we strive as the A's organization, to put out a quality product and have a night where kids like Leo, that's who this is, Leo Sandoval, I believe, he can come out and enjoy a night at the ballpark and really hang out with people that. It's just a good, wholesome environment, and that's what we strive to do here.
And every kid, every kid deserves to feel accepted for who they are, and no matter what challenges they've got, anything like that. But great sights to see here. A lot of fans coming in to Cavalier Fields. Let's go ahead and take a look at your final game recap and take a look at some of your big numbers for tonight. We'll sign off here. So Dodge City gets things started in the first inning. They put 2 runs up, then go and shut down the Cannons back in the second inning on 2 strikeouts from Susky. Dodge City would put up another run in the second. They'd go cold in the third, put 1 back up in the fourth off of Lovano. They'd go 3 up, 3 down in the fifth, get nothing there as DeRoe struck out. 6th inning, nothing happened there except for Stone got the run across for Dodge City. For the Cannons, nothing really happening until the 5th inning. They got 1 across, but then it was 3 up, 3 down after that. And then they put up 2 runs in the 6th to really get things close there, and the final score 5-3. Justin, you got final numbers here.
It goes, and the A's take the second game. We played the Cannons in Augusta early in the season in a preseason's game. We won that one 6-3, and we won this one 5-3 here tonight. And so, that's 9 hits for the Cannons, 2 errors, and left 10 on base. The A's scored 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, left 6 on base. Susky does take the win tonight, and then there's the starting pitcher Crabtree for the Cannons takes the loss.
All right, well, there's your final game recap, your final game numbers here. Thank you, Justin Herger, always for signing on with me, keeping me in check, and always making sure I'm saying the right things here. It's always fun to come over and do these games. Unfortunately, I had other commitments tonight, and now I'm going to try to run over and make it in time to go run a race over in Garden City. So they just had Matt DiBenedetto, a NASCAR driver, come in last night and race in a full-on midget with the Colorado Lucas Oil division last night over at Airport Raceway. Got to meet Matt DiBenedetto. That was probably one of the coolest experiences of my life, because if anyone knows me, I'm a huge NASCAR fan when it comes to sports. That's probably the biggest goal I've got going to MRN and broadcasting for NASCAR, but other get away from my personal life dreams and goals. But now I'm going to try to tear down and go do double duty. Justin, you have fun keeping the stream going. Don't go anywhere here if you're watching or listening on the YouTube page. We are going to reset, start at 8 o'clock for the second game. So we're going to sign off. Dodge City wins 5-3 over the Kansas City Cannons and advances to 15-9 on the season. And they win 5-3 here on 1030 AM KBUF, your number 1 ag leader in all of Western Kansas. This is Dalton Janicek and Justin Herger saying so long and good night. You've been listening to the Dodge City A's on 1030 AM KBUF.
The A's baseball on 1030 KBUF has been